I'm Dennis Greeson. I'm Dean of the Bible Mesh Institute and Program Coordinator for the MA in Theology for Union Theological College. In the MA in Theology, we're all about going deep into theological discussions with an eye towards dogmatic reflection. This degree is focused on deeply engaging with the questions of core Christian doctrines in conversation with the confessions and those who've gone before. We don't use this word dogmatics very often. What do we mean by it? Dogmatic theology is inherently connected with the act of confession. It's confessing the doctrines, the dogmas of the church that's been received from the past. It's done for the sake of the life of the church now. Dogmatics presumes a received interpretation of Scripture in conversation with the canon as Scripture and those who've gone before in our own time and place in history. What are the things that you're going to learn in this program? When we study the doctrine of God, we're going to go deep into the Trinity. We'll look at Christ's two natures, human and divine, what that means for us today. We'll wrestle with spiritual issues, like what does it mean for us to be united to Christ through the Spirit, and the implications of that for living the Christian life or doing Christian ethics in a secular age. We'll also look at things like how do we interpret Scripture? What is Scripture? What does it mean for Scripture to be inerrant and inspired? We'll pay special attention in our modules to the task of theology. We'll look especially at things like what does it mean for theology to be truly theological, so to be about God, normed by Him, and aimed at knowing Him as He's revealed Himself. How do we accomplish this? By teaching you how to read the primary sources, how to learn together as a community, and how to write well and at a high level. With the MA in Theology, you get a full 3-year program for the same price as 1 year in seminary. What's unique about this online program, though, is you get to study together in a learning community that has close personal connection to one another, as well as to your tutors, and even with exposure to leading authors or scholars who are writing the same books that we read throughout the semester. The MA in Theology can be for pastors and anyone who has a teaching ministry in helping people think about Scripture and articulating what we ought to believe from it. The MA in Theology is also for those who want to hone their skills in critical thinking, reading the primary sources, and doing advanced level writing and research. It may even be for those curious Christians who want to reflect on their faith more deeply and learn how to read the ancients, as well as how to share their faith in a confusing time. Join me in the MA in Theology program as we study Scripture, dogmatics, and what it means for us today.